You don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about, does following the ritual work? You can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about.
The Oscar goes to Michael B. Jordan.
Whew, man, y'all.
What if one of Hollywood's biggest wins wasn't really a win? What if behind the standing ovations, the golden statues, and the emotional speeches, there was a pattern nobody wants to talk about? Because according to Katt Williams, what happened to Michael B. Jordan wasn't just coincidence. It was a setup, a humiliation, followed by elevation. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it.
He keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No,
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew.
Mike, how does it feel, man? How does it feel? Feel good or what?
Oh, man,
Congratulations.
It's crazy.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm beyond. Like my mom, dad being there in the audience, being able to see that. Yeah, the little kid in me is like super happy right
You deserve it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Weeks before the Oscars, something disturbing happened at the BAFTA Awards. While on stage, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were interrupted by a racial slur shouted from the audience. This wasn't a live accident. Reports confirmed the show was pre-recorded. And yet, the moment still made it into the final broadcast, aired globally.
This is something that I don't know how to take it, and we'll throw it out there, see what you think. The BBC is under fire for their broadcast of Britain's equivalent to the Oscars, the BAFTA Awards. They did not censor a racist slur from an audience member with Tourette's syndrome, while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on stage. Take a look.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
You may have heard some strong and offensive language tonight. If you've seen the film I Swear, you will know that film is about the experience of a person with Tourette's syndrome. Tourette's syndrome is a disability.
Sinners did not win Best Director or Best Picture, but that was the climactic Sinners moment. The room lit up, and reports from inside the room were that it was like it was almost shaking, but you could feel it like at home.
Yes.
I mean, just the Michael B. reaction shot, you know, he's a star, he is amazing, and that sense, as soon as he got up on stage at the SAG Awards and it clicked and we all realized, yeah, no, this is our next Best Actor winner. It was fully realized. It was amazing, and it was great.
Directed my very first movie, Creed 3. But right after that, I went through my very first public breakup. Now, most people after a breakup are like, I'm gonna get in better shape. But I was already in Creed shape. So I had to be like, all right, I guess I'll learn a new language. Anyway, estoy en raya. Everyone thought I was
The BBC later called it a serious mistake. But critics asked one question: how does something like that slip through a delayed broadcast? Then just weeks later, the narrative flipped. Same actor, same film, but this time, a standing ovation at the Academy Awards. A career-defining moment.
Apologize if you were offended.
Yeah. So yesterday, BAFTA said in a statement that it took full responsibility, and the BBC apologized too, saying it was aired in error and they would have never knowingly allowed it to be broadcast. Now, it seems to me, I know that they had time to take out other things that
2 hours time.
This gentleman was saying. So I know that they had time. I don't know how you could miss him saying it. I mean, he's in the audience, and this is what happens sometimes with people with Tourette's. But
I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender.
Humiliation, followed by celebration. And that's exactly what Katt Williams pointed out. Katt Williams believes this isn't random. He claims Hollywood has a pattern, where certain stars are publicly embarrassed, before being rewarded. Not proven fact, but a theory gaining traction online.
Michael B. Jordan just won the Oscar for Best Actor in a Role in Sinners. Michael B. Jordan thanked all the 6 winners in his Best Actor and Actress categories during his speech. He said, "I stand here because of people before me: Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith, and I be amongst those giants, amongst those greats, amongst my ancestors. Thank you." Leading up to it, many people thought Timothée Chalamet was going to win.
Yes.
Ocho, you know, we got an opportunity to review this film a lot before it came out. And you and I were very, very...
Funny thing is, Michael B. Jordan is next, right? So I tried to find this post, but I'm really lazy and I don't feel like going... I have way too many Facebook posts, which is another issue. But in 2014, Creed dropped the trailer. And I remember when I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, yo, I said Michael B. Jordan.
According to him, the industry decides who gets elevated and who pays the price. This isn't the first time something like this raised eyebrows. In 2022, Will Smith shocked the world by slapping Chris Rock on stage. Less than an hour later, he won Best Actor.
I really enjoyed the Oscars last night. I did. And I gotta start out, give a huge shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Man, he won Best Actor for his role as identical twins in Sinners. And it is so funny. When I looked at it, I said, how funny is that? A black man gotta play 2 parts to win an Oscar.
You know, for Delroy and Michael B., the BAFTAs should have immediately grabbed them and said, "We are so sorry.
Yes.
This is not something that we anticipated, and this is what went down." Because they told the audience when the audience first came in that there was someone with Tourette's that was going to be in the audience and not to be shocked if they heard
and they put him right in the front.
It. I don't know where he was, but I just thought it was very, very. I thought it was odd.
I think I agree with you, Whoopi. I think the issue is,
with James. It'll be like before the first preview, I'll just be in front of James, like, help.
And they're just gonna walk over there like, it's time to say goodbye to James.
I take James on stage with me. They're like, ma'am?
Just because you mentioned your co-star John, and obviously Adrian's about to co-star. The Oscars were Sunday night. Michael B. Jordan, your co-star from the wonderful Creed movies.
One moment of global humiliation, followed by the biggest award of his career. Coincidence or pattern? To understand the debate, you have to go back all the way to 1940. The first black Oscar winner, forced to sit at a segregated table that same night.
So in the Oscars 98-year history, Michael became the 6th black man to win that award. He made us all proud because he gave a shout out to all the winners that came before him. Take a look.
I stand here because of the people that came before me.
Michael B. Jordan's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be our next Denzel, our next Will Smith, our next Michael B. Jordan is gonna be that guy.
Michael B. Jordan is heaven sent.
And it's nice to see I was spot on.
And it was great.
I was choked up watching him talk. One of the reasons why he won, in addition to being an exceptional actor and giving a really good performance in that film, he's very easy to root for. And in his speech, it's just very easy to feel like he's a real normal person who's just like, thanks so much for believing in me and following me for 25 years, which is what we've been doing. Best Actor's been a weird race. It's been a very good race because those 5 nominees are really, really strong. This is one of the best categories we've had in the Oscars in
Decades later, Halle Berry becomes the first and still only black woman to win Best Actress. Then came Monique, who later claimed she was blackballed. Lupita Nyong'o, who revealed limited roles after winning. Jennifer Hudson, whose Oscar moment followed personal tragedy. Each story different, but critics argue the pattern feels familiar.
Because, you have this person with Tourette's. He was there because there was a movie, I Swear, about his life that was actually won an award. And so the audience had been warned, but BAFTA did not apologize to Delroy or Michael B. And Delroy Lindo said he wished he would have received the apology.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is, in terms of the BBC, they had 2 hours to edit the racial slur out. It was the N-word. They did not edit the racial slur out, but they found time to edit a speech that was made by...
Keeping stuff to yourself and keeping it private and learning, when to talk and when not to talk.
Is that something that you'll continue to do in the future?
We'll see.
Everyone thought I was so heartbroken because when the news came out, I was at a basketball game and they caught me looking like this. Look, I was just chilling, but the internet decided that that was me being sad. Luckily for me, if you Google sad Michael Jordan, the first 8,000 results are this.
It was so exciting because Adrian left rehearsal to go there, and I knew that he was presenting to Best Actor, and I almost was like, Adrian, you better make this happen.
Oh, did you almost like slip him a 50 and like, Michael B, whatever it says, Michael B, what you're reading. Yeah.
Exactly. But thankfully, he didn't need my help. It was already happening.
Now let's be clear. There is no verified evidence proving any ritual exists. What we do have are moments, timelines, and interpretations. Some call it coincidence. Others call it industry politics. And some, like Katt Williams, call it something much bigger.
Alyssa, what'd you think of Michael B. Jordan and Ryan's win for Sinners?
I was so happy. I was screaming at that table. We went to the Elton John watch party. I was so happy.
How's Oscar weekend treating you guys?
Amazing. We've had such a good time. Met so many cool people.
We love getting dressed up.
Yeah, this is like really special. We love wearing dresses.
Thank you. You look great.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Have fun in there.
Thank you.
You've got your friend Michael B. Jordan co-starring in this with you. What is he like as a friend? Is he a person you could call and say, hey, can you pick me up on the side of the road? I just experienced a breakdown,
Absolutely.
Is he that kind of friend?
100%.
Good thing you're saying those things right now, Haley, because you know who's standing right behind you right now?
He was a director, British writer, director, and producer of My Father's Shadow. And in his speech, he said, to the economic migrant, the conflict migrant, those under occupation, dictatorship, persecution, and those experiencing genocide, you matter, and your stories matter more. For Nigeria, for London, Congo, Sudan, free Palestine. That was completely edited by the BBC before it was aired, but the racial slur was not.
Yeah.
I take offense to that because as a person...
One detail that stood out, Michael B. Jordan never publicly addressed the BAFTA incident. No statement, no backlash, just silence, followed by success. And that silence only fueled more speculation.
I was very, very impressed. I watched it several times because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything and make sure when I came and tried to articulate what the movie was about, I could do it in a form and fashion, but without giving the plot away. I thought we did a very good job of that, Ocho. Michael B. Jordan, hell, I thought Denzel, he won for Training Day. He won for Training Day in a lead role. He won for Glory in a supporting role. But I think his best role for me was Malcolm X, and he didn't win for that. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in another. He could have won for Hurricane too. Okay. Reuben Hurricane.
Oh yeah, Reuben Carter.
Yes. But Ocho and Joe, Michael B. Jordan, best actor.
Last Dance recently aired. You watched it?
Yeah, I did.
I just interviewed Greg Hodges.
Sure.
He actually has a history of, he grew up in a family, not the Black Panthers, but a similar type of organization that his mother's. He basically had Angela Davis living with him, afro and all. He would go out and hand out flyers. He dealt with redlining as a kid and voter suppression and stuff like that. When Jordan joined the Bulls, when he joined the Bulls, Jordan was already there. He tried to get Jordan to speak out against social issues, and it went absolutely nowhere.
Of course he did. Listen,
So here's the real question. Are these just isolated incidents, or pieces of a larger system we don't fully understand? Is Hollywood simply unpredictable, or carefully controlled? Because if Katt Williams is right, then every viral moment, every scandal, every award, might be part of a script we were never meant to see.
Michael B. Jordan, he won an Oscar for Best Actor for his dual role as twin brothers Smoke and Stack in Sinners. People actually thought Michael B. Jordan had a twin. That's how well he played this role. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his speech, and he paid homage to all the people that came before him. Man, like how many different roles has this dude played in? And you think about Creed, you think about Fruitville Station where he gets shot. Hardball. I didn't even realize he was in Hardball until I went back and watched it. Black Panther, obviously, Sinners. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. And he hit up In and Out after.
I know, I saw that. Everyone was taking pictures of him as he's trying to sit down and eat his burger.
Which I'm kind of like, that's an LA thing. I'm going to leave it at that.
Like 15 years. You know, the Chalamet thing was so noisy for so long. This is just not usually how it goes. And how it usually goes is for someone like Michael B. Jordan, who's a part of a big movie that people love, who's been in our lives for a long period of time, not a shorter period of time, like Timothée Chalamet, and who represents something, I think, honestly, about what is good about Hollywood. And that's what the Oscars is too. I mean, it's a big billboard for movie making. You know, not to overthink it, but that's like a good thing for the industry. And I think everybody can just kind of feel excited about something like that happening.
Oscar, what do you think? Surprised?
I mean, I'm absolutely not surprised. Obviously, his resume speaks for itself. Some of the things that he's done, Fruitville Station, obviously being one of the earlier ones I've watched Michael B. Jordan on, and his work has been phenomenal, up to date. I think he's worthy of the Oscar, and watching Sinners and him playing dual characters and being able to show his range, you know, as an actor, he was due for a damn Oscar. Obviously, for those that didn't see the movie, I'm sure you've seen it. You know,
I saw The Last Dance, and I got to tell you, a couple of things it made me. I think one was that Jordan was a single-minded, doggedly determined human being.
Go away! We're talking about you. What is that friendship like outside of work?
He's a wonderful, wonderful human being and just so wildly talented, and his work ethic is incredible, and he makes you just want to rise to the occasion. All of us as a cast got to do a lot of bonding.
What do you think? Coincidence or calculated? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want the truth behind Hollywood's biggest moments, make sure you subscribe, because the next story gets even deeper.